Okay, here we go. Oh my god. Guys. Yo. I think this is it. I think we made it. And hello, what's up?
Hey!
I hope you're doing well. Okay, so I want to break down what Ansbach said. So he said taking down a god is no, like, menial task. So I'm assuming we're fighting a god, just like Elden Beast was a god. And I don't, he held allegiance to Lord Moog, and he said he was felled in a duel, because Ansbach is super chill. That guy's so rational. Like, just, he's like, these are the facts. Like, this is what it is. Like, we're not going to be all, you know, beating around the bush with stuff. He's like, this is what it is. But what he said about the enchantment, right? He said he blames the enchantment. So, what's his name? Mikola gave us a thing. Well, no, we got a thing about Mikola, and it was a charm. Where was it? I don't even know where. It was something like, it was a rune or something like that for Mikola, but it dispelled this. Retains not but the power to resist charms. I don't want to use it. I'm like nervous to use it. Is it okay? Is it a single use? Maybe I did something really bad. No, okay. So I think this is something Horned Briar. I never tried this. Okay, that's what the horn scent uses. Okay. Okay, so to resist charms. Okay. But I just think, so Mikola's been enchanting all these people, right? I just think he's like 2 steps away from brainwashing people. You know, like cult leader kind of deal. All right, let me get myself together and see what the hell is behind this fog gate. Okay, so I think what's going to happen, I'm going to go in there, probably going to get absolutely destroyed. And then, oh, I do have summoning signs. Oh, I have Pureblade Ansbach. And I have, okay, so this is rough because if I summon these guys, the fight is going to scale accordingly, but who cares? This is what I was hoping for. I was so hoping for this because this is so much fun. Okay. And we'll get Ansbach on deck. Okay, we got Talier, we got him. All right, guys, let's go. Oh, Milady. Yes, 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 with Frost. Let's do that. Nice. Cool.
My loyal blade and champion of the festival. Both your deeds will ever be praised in song. Now, the vow will be honored, and my lord brother's soul will return, so that he may be my consort.
No, it's Radon. What? Okay, I see.
Lord Moog will have his dignity.
Oh my god. Oh. Yo, Ansbach is almost dead. Oh. Yikes! How much health does he have? Okay, so this is Radon? Like what? Okay, so let me get this straight. Mikola. That's the voice. I don't know who... there is no one else that would be. Because he said my brother, right? Because they're like family or something like that. But, okay. I have to do something right now because it's insanity. Okay, I've just Googled the word. Let's go on to the dictionary and find the word consort. If it means what consort, a wife, a husband, or companion, in particular, the spouse of a reigning monarch. Well, it says wife, husband, or companion. So maybe I get it. Okay. All right. I was thinking some weird stuff. You know, maybe that's on me, I guess. But I was just thinking like, okay. Like consort was making me think of weird things, and I'm like, wait, first of all, they're related. Second of all, yeah, okay. Whatever. I don't know. He's young too. And this is not Radon. Okay, so it's not holy damage. It's magic damage if it's Radon. Okay, so how am I gonna do this? He's so fast. So that was Yash. This guy's probably... oh, this guy's probably uber tanky. We'll try this guy. Like these poor guys, jeez. Yikes.
General Radon.
Yo, Horned Warrior
pleasure
is
to see you.
pretty much dead.
After all this time. But those remains do not belong to you. Lord Moog will have his dignity.
Ah! Oh, the damage. Come over here, Radon. Come on over. Okay, he's rotted. buzzkill.
Lord brother. At long last you are returned. Tarnished one. Aspiring lord of the old order. If you have known sin, if you grieve for this world, then yield the path forward to us. To I, Mikola, and my promised consort, Radahn.
Oh. Oh. Oh my god. So Mikola. Okay. I don't really. Oh, yikes. My god. What's going on? So Mikola's forever cursed to look like a child, right? Okay, so I need to do Mimic tier. Because if I give Mimic the Prayerful Strike, he can heal everyone in the vicinity. So my friends, so it is going to be Holy, 100%. And I think Holy, like those rays that just like annihilated me. Oh god. Yikes. Okay, I think this is doable, but I think it's going to be really tough. Like, beyond. Okay, anyway. So Mikola, his promised consort, I'm assuming because Mikola's forever cursed to be a child, he needs, muscle. Like, he needs an absolute... Oh, I'll use this. He needs an absolute house of a person to do, you know, help him do whatever Mikola's trying to do, which I'm assuming is bring on some sort of an age. But it's really kind of confusing right now. But I think I'll be okay. If I do this, I could probably sneak in, grab some wax, and then hopefully Mimic will be able to heal the folks with Prayerful Strike every now and then. I don't know if I'm going to be able to... Okay, let me think about incantations. Okay. This is going to be a similar situation as Bale, where I couldn't get close to Bale to use Scarlet Aeonia, so I think I'm just going to have to use the Dragon Breath one. No problem. Got it. This is fine. No. Okay, let me just start over here. Dragon Breath. Like, holy damage? I can't use that on him. This physical damage is good. That might poise break him. This, for some reason... Oh, I need 16 arcane. I want to use this. I'm respecking right now. Okay, I'm going to go respec to get 16 arcane. Because I need that, I need the bleed. Radahn is going to go down. Like, I'm going to be... Why is it Radahn, though? Just thinking about it. Like, if I was the game designers... You know what I think it is? There's a lot of fans of Radahn.
Ah, is it thy
Like, Radahn has a big kind of fan
Now.
base. So maybe that's what's going on here. Like, that being said... Okay, I don't need all this dex. I'm not going to use that katana. I'll keep my 40 stamina. We'll go 25 of that. Go back to 60 vigor. Okay, I'm going to go back to my original build, which was Faith Arcane, and stick to that because... Oh yeah, I need strength, duh. What am I doing? More than that. Okay, what do we want? 25 arcane? Yeah. 30 strength. Good.
Ah, thou art now a sweeting, full fine and fair.
They weren't... I can tell Radahn is nightmare fuel. Like, just from the little bit I experienced, this boss is absolute nightmare fuel. That... So in the second phase, there was that insane... that trail. There was like this weird trail that followed... Okay, what can I give to my friends so they don't die? Okay, here's Golden Bow. Great. Okay, so I just want to use the Rot, and I want to use the Bleed one. Because I need to chunk this guy's health down like crazy. This, like, healing my folks is going to be pretty useless. Okay, this is good. Lightning Charge, but this one. This will give me a bunch of resistances. There we go. Alright. Let's see how this goes. And we'll just keep on trying. You know, and I was asking my friend, and the only hint my friend told me was pretty much that there's no phase 2. Like, there's only one health bar, and I see what he means now. So there is a second phase, but there is no secondary health bar. And the thing is, I can already tell I'm going to be able to do this because just with my dudes alone, I'm pretty much able to hack down his health. Because I didn't really do that much damage. I did poison him. Ashes of War. Okay. Like, I need to use a different... Like, I have this. Like, I could use this with Impaling Thrust, and I'm... Oh, like this? With Bleed? Are you kidding me? This will poise break him for sure. I could use the Bloody Keyless, but I want to use a DLC weapon for sure. And then... What else? I have this. I don't know how to parry, though. I'm very, very bad at it. Okay. Let's put poison on me, lady. Yikes. Yikes. All right. Okay. No, I'm gonna keep this. I like it. Let's go. All right, and I might as well use my rune arcs. And I need my uplifting aromatic, and that's it. I don't need those. Yo, where is it? I want to get in this boss room. I want to see if I can craft some of these. And then I can use them as well. Oh yeah, yeah, okay. Okay. Here we go. Let's try it again. This has no skill on it, right? Yeah. That's wrong.
General Radahn, a pleasure to see you after all this time. But those remains do not belong to you. Lord Moog will have.
Yikes! I'm in a healing loop. Oh! It's working. Mimic is healing everybody and giving them like some super bubbles. Okay. I'm gonna get ouch. Wow, Radahn really hurts. Bad. Okay, this. Okay. Come on, friends, let's hit it.
General Radahn, a pleasure to see you after all this time. But those remain.
Okay. Okay, maybe instead of okay, I have no idea. Like I get in there and I just get faced. Oh, look at, I got knocked so far into next week that my runes were like literally outside of the. Okay. Yeah, I'm using all this damage negation stuff and still. Yeah, I don't really know. Well. Okay, I'll do the golden vow then. Maybe that will make it so I don't take as much damage.
General, a pleasure to see you after all this time. But those remains do not belong to you. Lord Moog will have his dignity.
Oh, you like can't. I don't know how to hit him. Wow, that's wild. Like, his AI is so crazy. Oh. Oh, wow. Okay, the squad's doing great. Yeah, the squad is doing great. It's me that's not doing so good. Wow, I'm like the max... I'm one from the maxed, tree level. So, I mean... There's that. But I don't know... Like, how do I not... I don't get how I... I'm trying to think. What can I do to... Even if you're so far away from him, he can still pull you into the... into his whole, flurry of death from far away. Okay. So, let's try it again.
General Radahn, a pleasure to see you. All this time. But those remains do not belong to you. Lord Moog will have his dignity.
Oh, yikes. Okay. No, 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 no. This is an explosion. Yes. Thought so. Get away! What? Yikes! What? Oh my gosh. Oh my, like this is sensory overload. This is reminding me of Rolana, like to a T. I kind of want to. We're getting farther, but like shoot. Mimic's doing the most right now. Like MVP. Okay, so let's keep going. I wish I didn't take as much damage as I am. That's the only thing that's kind of a bummer. Maybe I need heavier armor. Like, okay, what am I holding right now? I'm literally not using this at all. Okay, let's see. What do I got? I do have this, which is I've worn a few times for different fights. And it's been pretty good. This is the lightest shield I have for Mimic. Got that. That's fine. I have my rot hammer. I could give this to Mimic instead of this. Okay, let me just keep trying here. I don't think I'm gonna make it to. Okay, this is medium load, but I can't do. See, I'm heavy still. It's weird because I'll wear this heavy plate armor, but then I give up. What about these? No. Yeah, these are good. Okay. Well, I'm a little tank. I have this holy damage thing on. Okay. Like I'm watching the fight and I'm literally like I can't. I get stun locked mentally.
General Radahn, a pleasure to see you after all this time. But those remains do not belong to you. Lord Moog will have his dignity.
Oh, he switches aggro so fast. The music is so good. Okay, what was I gonna do? Oh, I was gonna give Mimic the Rod Hammer. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. I think what we're doing is working. It's gonna just... I'm gonna have to practice. That's pretty much it. Da 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 da. Da, 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 da. It gets really dark too, which is bizarre. Yeah, sometimes I can...
General Radahn, a pleasure to see you after all this time. But those remains do not belong to you. Lord Moog will have his dignity.
What happened? What did I do? I don't know whether... Look at Mimic. I didn't know whether to... Do I run at him or do I run away from him? The problem was I didn't have enough health to go into phase 2. Okay, anyway. Let's go. Like, I don't think I want to mess with this thing anymore. TBH. I kind of want to get rid of it and then just stick with bleed and then get more tanky. You know? Yeah, it gives me more slash and stuff. This gives me more elemental. But I should be light, medium load now. Yeah. I think it's a net positive. This, I don't even know if it's helping, but whatever. I'd really like to be able to listen to the music in the second half, but it's pretty tough. Let's see. Okay.
General Radahn, a pleasure to see you after all this time. But those remains do not belong to you. Lord Moog will have his dignity.
Wow. There he goes. That's the wrong flask. Yo, what's he doing? He's like glitched. Yo, what the... You know, I like knew it. I knew that was gonna be like a nuke. Yep. Okay, so when he goes in the air, that's uplifting aromatic time. Yo, pretty good. My dodges are getting better. He's just slow. Like, he seems really fast, but that's the end of his flurry. Like, the end of his flurry is really quick, but his wind-ups are really, really slow. So he'll be like 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's just... It's like Dancer. Like, of the Boreal Valley. Okay. Well, we'll keep going. Alright, what do I do? I do this, right? Prayerful Strike. Actually really helpful.
General Radahn, a pleasure to see you after all this time. But those remains do not belong to you. Lord Moog will have his dignity.
I don't know how to dodge it. Yeah, this is like a weird glitch I don't get. I don't know how to get out of the flurry. We get right into like the good part of the beautiful part of the music and I'm dead. Okay. I was like, like when he gets into the flurry, it's just, it's so hard to get out of it. I have so much poise and he's still staggering me. I don't really know. The hyper armor, I don't know what it's called. Purple Strike does work. Like, the amount of frames I get for that is crazy. Wait, what was it? Not hyper armor. Like, I just... Did you get buffed? Yo, I was...
General Radahn, a pleasure to see you after all this time. But those remains do not belong to you.
Like... Like, that attack, I don't... Like, I'm always getting hit by the AoE of that. Oh my god. Yikes. Let me try to... Oh, I dodged it! Whoa, that was weird. Yikes. I don't know. Mimic was rolling with incantations. I forgot to do the shield. Whoops. But it was fine. Yeah, I just gotta learn how to dodge his attacks so I don't die. That's pretty much it. Long story short, that's it. I don't know. Okay, maybe if I'm gonna try, maybe go into the fog wall a little bit to the side.
General Radahn, a pleasure to see you after all this time. But those remains do not belong to you. Lord Moog will have them.
Now, where is he? Guys, I don't know where I am. Oh, I see. Ah! It's very hard to understand what is happening. How do people solo this? I don't even know. Okay, this is gonna take a while, I think. I'm like, every time I'm getting better though. I was trying to do like little pokes, like instead of I want to use blood tax, but I'm scared blood tax will take too long, you know? Like the at the beginning, I just wish I didn't get rocked so fast. See?
General Radahn. But those remains do not belong to you. Lord Moog will have his dignity.
See, I literally just got like thrown around like a rag doll. Yikes. Ouch. That was just that was pretty awful. That was the worst RNG so far. Like, and I really do think that was RNG because I didn't know. I dodged a couple times, and then after that, I was literally just stuck in random flurries of death. Okay, so let me see. This talisman is working. It's doing a lot of work. This one, I'm really not at full health that much. I'm just not. you know? Sadly. If I just want to be able to poise break him more. That's literally all I want. Yo, this talisman put me over the edge. Yikes. Okay. Because Mimic is two-handing pretty much all the time. And so am I. When I get in here. Okay. Alright, guys. Let's do it again. Okay.
General Radahn, a pleasure to see you after all this time. But those remains do not belong to you. Lord Moog will have his dignity.
Yikes! Oh!
I promise
Okay.
you, 1,000-year voyage guided by compassion.
That's what the thing was. Oh yeah, he gets invincible. Oh. He's mad. He's so mad. Oh no. No. Okay, yeah, towards the end. Okay, so the last third of his health, it's just game over. He's gonna do everything. I don't want to use all my aromatics. But I don't know how else to survive the absolute debauchery. I'm going to try a few more times and then maybe take a break. But the absolute debauchery of his nuke. That, like, nuclear attack, pretty much. Prayerful Strike, I'm going to keep just using that. Honestly, like, I don't really know what else I would need. I'm contemplating taking using Prayerful Strike on a different weapon. Maybe one that has Rot. So then I'll still get the benefit of it. But do a different status effect. Oh, no. I want to keep the bleed. So, never mind. And I can get... maybe I'll take this off. And put on some silly headgear. So I'm just like... It's just, I'm gonna be like super tank. I'm getting knocked around like a rag doll in this fight. It's crazy. I just want to beat him, honestly. That's pretty much... I know that's obvious, that's what I like. That's the end game, but it's one of those things where... Like, I'm gonna try everything I possibly can, like, to beat him. Be it maybe summoning folks, maybe anything. What does this do? Lord of Blood's curse alleviates the wear when bloodletting occurs, slightly raising attack power when there is blood loss nearby. That's what it is. Okay. I guess the wolf helmet's good enough. Yeah, we'll do that. Like, I could equip a rot pot, you know what I mean? Maybe Mimic will rot him or something. I have no idea, but actually, I don't want Mimic to, like, spend any time not, what do you call it? Spamming Prayerful Strike. Because that's saving everyone's butt. It's like keeping everyone alive.
General Radahn, a pleasure to see you after all this time. But those remains do not belong to you. Lord Moog will have his dignity.
Ah, no!
I promise you a
Yeah,
thousand-year
Mikola.
voyage guided
Yeah.
by compassion.
You got gorgeous hair. Radon been brushing your hair. Yikes, that's terrifying. What? How do you survive it? I don't know. Okay, maybe I have no idea, honestly. Purple Strike, this is literally the same exact thing as Bale. Well, I would say Bale before he was patched. Well, no. Bale before the Skidoo things were patched. But I would get Bale down to like, I don't know, 40, a fourth of his health. And then like, I could never get him less than that. Yeah, I keep forgetting to do Rune Arc.
Radon, a pleasure to see you after all this time. But those remains do not belong to you. Lord Moog will have his dignity.
Jeez. Jeez. Oh, he got me out of the air. Wow.
1,000-year voyage guided by compassion.
I don't know where he is.
It's up to you now. Grunts and trainers of what way.
Oh, I'm dead. Yeah. Oh, Talia died. Oh, we're gonna do it. It's only a matter of time. I did what do you call it? I did remember this. All I have to do is a couple swarm of flies, and I think I'll be okay. We can get the blood loss going. What do I have? I have Golden Vow, the Rot. I don't know. It's weird there's no music right here. Is that everything? Yep.
General Radahn, a pleasure to see you after all this time. But those remains do not belong to you. Lord Moog will have his dignity.
Oh, it's so weird. Whoa. Whoa, it's extra crazy. Oh, I'm dead. Jeez. Like, what? That was glitched. Yeah, I don't know. Like when I feel like when I cast spells, he gets very, like, his aggro on me is so fast. It's so aggressive. It's like immediate. Da, 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 da. We're in this. Okay. How fast can I get this?
General Radahn, a pleasure to see you after all this time. But those remains do not belong to you. Lord Moog will have his dignity. Yeah, Radahn.
Oh. Oh. I never know where he's going. Jeez. I'm dead. Goodbye. Whoa. Jeez, I don't know what's happening. Yeah, oh, Mimic died. Yo. Mimic died. He never dies. That's the first time. Mimic got exploded. Okay. I took a break and I did a few things. So I didn't upgrade, but I got this shield because someone told me. I took like a break and asked a question from a friend, and they said that people have been having a lot of luck with great shields, especially this one because it has 84% holy block. So I'm gonna give this a whirl to try and survive his like insane nukes and stuff. And then also I'm gonna use oh wait, I have to put no skill on this. I just realized. Here we go. Okay, so I gotta remember what I do. Oh, I have this. It's just another thing to filter through though. Can I put it on my pad? No. Can't. Alright. What are we gonna do?
General Radahn, a pleasure to see you after all this time. But those remains do not belong to you. Lord Moog will have his dignity.
So, yeah, I didn't take as much damage. For sure. But I didn't do as much damage to him. The perfume is kind of derpy. I don't know. I'm having a hard time using it. How much does the Anspur weigh? It's 3, so it sends me over. That's okay. I don't need the Anspur. I can put it on pretty much anything. So I could put oh, I got my dudes. Never mind. I was gonna put it on like a lighter weapon. Like, I do have Reduvia too. I could, you know, shoot some blood loss things at him. Oh, how much does Reduvia weigh? Oh, a medium. Okay. Like just every now and then switch back and guard. This is so funny. Come on, guys. Ollie, stay in range. Okay.
Pleasure to see you after all this time. But those remains do not belong to you. Lord Moog will have his dignity.
Oh, I hate that. Oh. Well, I mean, So as you upgrade this, does the blood loss amount go up? Like, I'm almost better off using my other weapon, but it's just so heavy. I feel like I'm not doing anything in this fight to help everybody. Because I'm just so, like, I'm so squishy. I don't know if this is helping either. The Great Shield, though, does make a huge difference. And also, they were telling me that, like, using the cooperators is almost, not great because, they make, like, the boss stronger. Which I think is wild, because isn't the whole reason you summon them is to make it a little less, you know, intense? But I don't know. But yeah, it scales with them, so.
General Radahn, a pleasure to see you after all this time. But those remains do not belong to you. Lord Moog will have his dignity.
I already did that. Yo. Yo, I literally dodged into the meteors. Yo, first phase, no problem. Second phase, not so much. So that, I only got the grabbed by Mikola one time, and I'm not so certain what it did. You just die so fast, it's such a bummer, you know, like, I wish you know what I mean? I wish you could take a few more hits, but, I mean, it is what it is. Like, when you fight Elden Beast, like, if you pace yourself and all that stuff and run around, like, you get to see, like, the spectacle of his, like, the beautiful... It just, I don't know. This just seems like a very, you know what else? I guess, I don't know how else to say it. It's just like a novelty. Do you know what a novelty is? Like a novelty boss? Rather than... like a serious kind of boss. I don't know. Oh, you're doing different stuff this time? Oh.
General Radahn, a pleasure to see you after all this time. But those remains do not belong to you. Lord Moog will have his dignity.
Oh, I got healed. What am I doing? Oh, why am I taking so much damage? Mimic's almost dead. I dodged it. I don't know what that is.
It's up to you now. Grunts and trainers one way.
Like, I don't, my shield isn't doing anything for that. Oh, my shield wasn't on. Oh, I'm dead. Bye. I didn't use this. Okay, I kind of enjoyed... What was I doing before? I think I was going back between this and this with, like, full plate armor, but I do like the shield. So, I think I'll go back to Reduvia or whatever. I really want to use this, like, bad. You know? I love this thing. And it gives me the iframes. Let's try it. Okay.
General Radahn, a pleasure to see you after all this time. But those remains do not belong to you. Lord Moog will have his dignity.
Wow, that's annoying. That's what is it? That one's really annoying. Wait, what does this have on it? This one has... Let's get something with bleed on it. And put poison on the... Something that has bleed. Like... what's it called? Good old Great Katana. Like, the only thing I can think of is status effects. They always work for me. They usually work for me because I can stay away a little bit. I can dodge okay, but honestly, this, I just can't... This boss, I think you have to parry. Like... Which is interesting, because... I don't know. It's weird because when you say, like, you don't like a boss, you know, everyone goes and jumps to conclusions like, oh, it's too hard for you, blah, blah. And it's like, no, I will beat the boss. But will I have fun doing it? That's the question.
General Radahn, a pleasure to see you after all this time. But those remains do not belong to you. Lord Moog will have his dignity.
Again, I rolled into it. Did my... Yo, that... he got me.
I promise you, 1,000-year voyage guided by compassion.
Oh, ow. Let me go ahead. Let's do the... Let me try the rot pots. Let me try to give Mimic a rot pot, you know? Maybe we can get a... Maybe we can get a jam with the... Because I think if I rot and poison him... See, here's my idea. I'm thinking of duplicating Prayerful Strike, right? And putting it on this. And then Mimic will use this, right? And then I'll use this. Because Ansbach has bleed, I believe. And then that... But that gets rid of our poison then. You know? Yo, this is rough. Because you can't make Prayerful Strike bleed. Prayerful Strike can only be like sacred. You can't do blood. Yeah, see? Okay, that's a shame. Because the Prayerful Strike is like keeping everybody alive, you know? Alright. I'm out of ideas. I have no idea. I have no time to do much. I have Reduvia. That's about it. I also have those claws that like shoot stuff out of them. I can't. Da 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 da. All right. So it's like if... Oh wait, why don't I craft the Uber rot pots? I totally forgot about those. Rot, and this is hefty fly pot. This is bleed. See, I haven't even got to that giant nuke at the end. Like, we have a long way to go. Like, seriously. Okay, so what do we want? Double down on the bleed or the rot? Okay, we're gonna do that. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna see if Mimic can roll with those. I'll try and get some blood loss procs going. Like, I would think that Talier would be able to keep him poisoned, but it doesn't work like that. It just seems like Talier poisons him once, and then after that, it's kind of... Oh, I totally forgot about this. Swarm of flies. Yeah, I remember I was using that. Okay.
General Radahn, a pleasure to see you after all this time. The remains do not belong to you. It will have his dignity.
Oh. No! Okay. This method, pretty good. I don't know, I kind of like this. The variability is not super fun, but... like, you learn to expect something, but then... so for a while, I would run back a little bit and then to the side, and I would avoid the nuke pretty well, but it's like there's very little margin of error with that. I guess you have to be like an exact distance away and all that stuff.
General Radahn, a pleasure to see you after all this time. But those remains do not belong to you. Lord Moog will have you.
I'm like, this wasn't smart. Look at Mimic. He's like, I'm here. Don't worry. I was gonna switch and try other players, like summoning other players to help. But I kind of want to save that for like last resort kind of vibe. I haven't been using my rune arcs. Okay. Again. Oh, running low on crab.
General Radahn, a pleasure to see you after all this time. But those remains do not belong to you. Lord Moog will have his dignity.
Jeez. Okay. Oh, Talier, I'm stuck on him. Oh my god, I survived it. Oh! Wow. I did a few things. The first thing is I upgraded my shield to plus 25. So that's all set. And then I changed my armor to the fingerprint armor. And what I decided was I'm going to do more to manage my stamina. Because the blocking, I guess, it's all about the stamina. So since I haven't really been using shields very much at all, I haven't really gotten the practice. So I'm what I did was I was helping people with the boss, and the runes I got for that is what I used to upgrade my shield and all that. But what I was using is this combo with pretty much. And then the thing is, I have to do something so I can hold Mimic's weapon, so I'm kind of at a loss as to how I'm going to do this, because what I was doing is poisoning with this and then going in with the bleed. That was like my vibe. But now that I don't have any poison, I don't know what I'm going to do. So, only thing I can think of is to... Okay, wait. I have to actually just see if I can carry this without... Oh, no, I can't even carry these two with being heavy. Well, anyway, I was thinking of just giving Mimic a poison pot. One of these disgusting giant ones. I think I had the giant rock. I'm out of crab. I just realized this. Whatever. Same vibe. Golden Vow, Physic. Okay, let's go. Oh, dodged too late.
General Radahn, a pleasure to see you after all this time. But those remains do not belong to you. Lord Moog will have his day.
Oh. Okay, so then I do this, one of these, and then I go back in. Oh, I'm heavy load. Oh. Okay, so this is the one problem I have, is just like understanding exactly what it's gonna do next. Like, here's my opening. I don't get many. Did he get him? That one confuses me so much.
It's up to you now, ERDTREE. We're just astonished.
Yeah.
To come, our new lord.
Oh.
A lord not for gods, but for men.
Oh, he got me. Oh, I'm not far away enough. Okay, I was heavy load there, which wasn't the best. So Mimic didn't do so great. I don't know. I guess because I wasn't using this. So maybe I'll go back. I was really just using this. This is all I was using. And then I also did something else to try where I put Prayerful Strike on this hammer as well. So... Oh my god. Talia, I missed you. Sorry. I hate that.
After all this time. But those remains do not belong to you. Lord Moog will have his dignity.
Like, everything knocks you down. And you're just like, I don't know. Was that a bleed proc? Why am I not landing that? I don't get it. Like, literally, it went through his leg.
It's up to you now, grunts and trees.
Oh, he's dead! Are you kidding me? Yo, oh, he had the blood loss proc! Oh my gosh, it worked! Yo, jeez. It took some practice, but we got there. Jeez. Okay, first of all, I want to put my DLC outfit on that I like, because I only really used 2 things from the DLC on that boss. This Mesmer Seal and this shield, but yo, we did it. Yeah, between Ansbach and Mimic's blood loss, I don't know. I think I only rotted him 1 time. And I don't know if you noticed how long I was waiting to do an attack, because I don't know. I don't have the skill right now to like fully commit to just dodge rolls and all that stuff. You know, it's a product of summoning like Mimic and all that stuff. It's like when you have those that help, like it's not a absolute priority. Okay, there's something here. Let us go together. The Great Shield? Oh my gosh. That was the best. That changed everything. Ah, let us go together. Here it is. Check it out. Very charming. I think Talier didn't make it. Talier. Okay, let me run around the... I saw the little orb of light there, but I want to sit down and see if anyone shows up. Let me see. I'll just like do a lap. Like if someone died, it would be by the grace. Yeah, I see it. I see it. Right here. Who is this? It's Talier. Talier's hidden needle. And his armor. His armor was so beautiful. It's like something out of Lord of the Rings, like the elven settlement. Oh, how light is it? It's really light armor, isn't it? Okay. Oh, it's so pretty. Wow. Oh, I love it. I actually really like it with these pants. The gloves. I like the gloves, but... Oh, wow, you can do like... Oh, those look pretty sick with it. I don't know, so do they. Alright. So that's his garb. So, yeah, unfortunately, they didn't make it, which I guess makes sense. So this guy, he was kind of a pushover when we first met him, and then he made it all the way here. He figured it out. He saw the light because of what we told him. So, what's her name? Saint Trina told us that, and then we told him, and then the kind of whatever spell he was under was broken. Like, all these people were doing all this because they were under, like, some sort of weird spell that Mikula had on them. Yeah, this is Ansbach. Oh, we got his sickle. Or glaive, however you say it. Okay, Ansbach, Alpha. Oh, Fury Blade of Ansbach. It has to be arcane, 100%. Yeah, 17 arcane. But I'm just missing the dex. That's fine, I can get that real quick. Oh, it's so cool. Wow, it's incredible. Ansbach Lamania. Signature weapon of pure blood knight Ansbach. A viciously keen and slender sickle made for combat. The obsidian edge relies not upon trickery to fulfill its violent purpose, only well-honed skill and required to rip and rend their foes. Souring blossoms red upon the battlefield. So it's blood loss, I'm thinking, right? Yeah, if there was no blood loss on that, I'd be like, I don't even know. What is life? I want to use this. Oh, oh my gosh. Guys, the attention to detail is incredible. Watch this. So, Ansbach was allegiant to Moog. So the Mogwin Empire, right? So this is a Mogwin Empire weapon, right? Bloody Helix. This is like one of my favorite weapons. Look. So, and they did the same thing. See? This is like my favorite weapon ever. It's so sad you get it so late. Well, I bet if you killed him earlier, you might be able to get it. Look at it, and it's beautiful too. Anyway, I love this thing. Oh my god. Okay, but Ansbach, his allegiance was to Moog pretty much, and we found out that Mikula, being the weirdo he is, used Moog's remains to resurrect Radon with some sort of necromancy. So the one thing that's weird about this place is there's no giant pillar trees. There's some pillars here, but not like in Dark Souls and not Dark Souls. What's it called? Oh, never mind. Okay, so this is some sort of gateway, dimensional gateway. That's what this is. Mikula came out of this. And there's all these people trying to get in because the Mikula's spell. So, Mikula came out of here, right? And she was like, oh, Radon, blah, 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 blah. And so I guess Radon was the muscle behind the mind. So, I think that's the most dangerous combination. Like, you got someone who's charismatic as, like, the most charismatic person in the entire dimension, wherever they are. And then you get Radon, who's, like, the strongest, allegedly, in the dimension. And then, what I don't understand is, where is Millennia in all of this? I was really thinking that there was going to be a duo boss, and it was going to be Millennia and Mikola. That was what I was really thinking was going to happen. Like, you start off fighting Mikola, right? And he gets incapacitated. And then, like, Millennia falls from the sky or something. Or Millennia gets summoned. Kind of like when we fought Renala. When we fight Renala, she gets summoned, like, from some sort of spell or something like that. That Ronnie, and you go into the dream and you fight Renala. I was literally thinking to myself they were going to do something to Millennia and make her like, kind of like the same thing they did to Radahn. They took Radahn and they redid his moveset and everything and his character model. And I thought what I really wanted to happen was I wanted to fight Millennia without the Scarlet Rot. Like, can you imagine if we got here and in this dimension, Millennia was actually cured? Like, Mikola finally did it. Like, he finally... You know what? That would have fit. He could have used Mohg's Remain to do some sort of weird necromancy on Millennia and cure the Scarlet Rot. I don't know. There's a big hole there. Like, what happened? So, I don't know. I'll have to look into it further, but I'm not really a big fan of Radahn. I like the final boss, but I don't like the lore behind it. It's not my favorite, but the boss fight was incredible. Once I figured it out, the only thing is, if I didn't have all the help and it was just me and Mimic, I think I could have got through it, but it wouldn't have been... I think it would have took me a lot longer. So I'm glad I had NPC summons, but... I could see that boss driving people insane, though. But anyway, from everything I was reading and stuff, and looking up, the majority of people don't like that boss at all. But, and even a lot of the, like, Souls loyalists, they didn't like it. They thought it was too much. But I liked it. I think it was pretty good. I think the boss arena is incredible. And the fact that, like, Mikola came out of this dimensional gate. And it was like Prince... There's a boss in Dark Souls 3 that's like Prince Lothric or something. And, like, his brother gets on his back and puts his arms around him. And then they transfer power. And that's what Mikola did. He put his arms around Radahn and, like, transferred his power so he could get through the fight and all that. But, that being said, it was pretty much... I guess Mikola was trying to bring in some sort of age of understanding and peace and all this stuff. But I think Mikola was trying to do it in all the wrong ways. Similar to, it's just similar to, what's her name? Marika. So I think Elden Beast was the madman behind the Golden Order and stuff, and the madman, the puppet master, so to speak. And, like, the reason I think that is because when we get into the final boss arena in the base game, Marika is actually, like, held captive on a rune arc, and she has that thing through her. So I think the Elden Beast and, like, the two fingers and all that were controlling Marika, and we, like, got rid of them. So I think what we ended up doing was getting rid of Mikola, and he was kind of the insane puppet master. So I don't know. Like, think about it like this. If you're happy under a leader, but it's mind control, like, are you truly happy? Kind of like cult leaders. Like, there's all these, the cults and stuff, they have, like, these followers that would, like, do anything for them. But it's like, you know, is that real allegiance, or are you just scared? You know, that's a big question. Like, are you loyal to someone, or are you just afraid of them? Because fear can make humans do some really messed up stuff. Okay, let's see what this orb is about.
Lord brother, I'm going to be a god. my consort. I'll make the world a gentler place.
Like, what was the chimes in the background? Circle of light. Whoa. I don't know. I didn't... No. Circle, circle, circle. Crown, crown, crown. I don't know. Okay. The circle of light, which adorned Miquella's head as he returned in divine aspect. It has begun to fade into nothingness. Slightly boosts intelligence, faith, arcane, while also boosting the power of Miquella's light. This circle was to be the very foundation upon which Miquella's age of compassion would be built. Ah, should it have ever come to pass. Okay, so when we got hypnotized, maybe this is what Miquella was controlling us with. So this is like weird otherworldly technology, like of the gods, I guess. And this is how Miquella had such charisma, maybe. Because it said, like, when he went away and then came back as a divine monarch and stuff, he came back with this. So maybe this crown did some weird stuff. Okay, let me read the remembrance. I just realized that we probably got a remembrance. Remembrance of Radahn, consort of Miquella, hewn into the Sakadu tree. So this is the remembrance of Radahn, but it's not the remembrance of Miquella. That's weird. Remembrance of a god and a lord. Okay, I got it. Miquella's the god, and then the lord is Radahn. Okay. So the power of its namesake... Okay, got it. In their childhood, Miquella saw in Radahn a lord. His strength, his kindness... His kindness? Oh, he's a gentle giant, I guess. Whatever. That stood in stark contrast with their afflicted selves. And so Miquella made his heartfelt wish that Radahn would one day be his king consort. Okay, so I looked up the word consort, and consort means a lot of things. So it means like spouse, partner, all that stuff, but also it can mean companion. And I think in this case, they mean just companion. So this is his... So I think every one of the world leaders has to have some crazy army behind them. And which army is stronger than Radahn and his army? Like, that whole... Wait, I only got 370,000 runes for that? I got more for Mesmer, I thought. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know. That doesn't make sense. Okay. And I think the Elden Beast gives 500,000. Oh, yikes. Well, let's see what we can get.
Don't worry, Halsey.
Okay, we can get Radahn's swords. Okay, that's light speed slash on this one and promised consort on that one. And then annihilates foes with a pillar of light. Okay, so this is the spell they use. I'm gonna get this. I don't know, I kind of want to see what these are. Like, I want to know what promised consort is. Oh, this is an int weapon. This requires 72 faith. This is probably flashy, so I just don't... Whatever. 72 faith? That's insane. I'm kind of dumbfounded that I'm here and that that I beat it. It's crazy because of just, let's go back to the start, I guess. So, I think it's the morning, but pretty much what I'll say is that the DLC can never kind of surpass the base game in my mind. And the base game will always be the true and epic adventure. And this DLC, I think, I don't think this DLC comes close to the base game, in my opinion. I think what they did was made an experience that was more compact and, in a sense, more, I don't know, I got more of a Dark Souls 3 vibe from the world building, not the bosses though. But when I got to the different areas, especially when I got to Cerulean Plain and this is where I really felt the Elden Ring vibe, as well as this, very Elden Ring. But then everything up here, these areas, this whole chunk, so like this whole chunk here, right, reminded me of Dark Souls 3. And then this, and then this, all Elden Ring. This was very Dark Souls 3 to me also. But what I'll say, so I'll just start off with what I liked, I guess. Overall, I loved the world. I thought it was absolutely beautiful. It was, in some cases, more beautiful than the base game, I will say that much. And I think it benefited from the different layers. So there was so much stacking going on with the different heights and all of that, that I think that's what made the vistas so impactful. So when I was going through the world, there were so many times where I just was stopped dead and had to like take a second to look at everything, because just absorbing it all was, you know what I mean? It was just incredible. So what they really did with this is I think it's more illustrative than the base game, and they really used the kind of fog and stuff a lot more. But when I first got here, I'm speechless. But it's an epic. It's so funny to me because I was like, you try to compare this and like make comparisons with the base game, but there is no comparing the base game. Like the base game is like the Atari, right? You will never ever get how, like, Atari will always be like the super OG gaming system that started it all, right? And then I think Elden Ring is not only gonna has influenced a lot of other game development, but I think also with the DLC, there was a market for it. They wouldn't have done all this work without how big the market was. But so the world, 10 out of 10, absolutely. The other thing that I really loved about it was the quest lines weren't as insane as the base game. Maybe I just had an easy run, but I felt like the quest lines just kind of flowed. And it like I got to the end and I was just like, oh great, I have Talia and Ansbach here, and I'm assuming that if I didn't do their quest lines, I wouldn't have had them as cooperatives. And then also, the other thing I'll say about, I guess, I don't know what else is my favorite. There's just so much that... Oh, I'll just do, what was my favorite zone? I'll go that form. So I think my favorite area in the game, oh, it's hard to say. Well, the first area is the starting area. Like, this area was my favorite just because of the feeling I got when I got here. And then my second favorite was the Dark Keep. Oh, what am I talking about? Anyway, this is Belgorod. 100% my favorite. This tower settlement, easily. Okay, that's my favorite. All right, getting into it. And then my second best was the Graveyard Plain, and then this. And this area. I thought this area was so amazing and unique. Very unexpected. Like, I did not expect this. But this Shadow Keep area was incredible because it was kind of scary at the same time as being difficult. Like, when I was going around this particular area, there was like a mystery. And then when you have to fight the ulcerated tree spirits. And then one thing was, I was co-oping with people and there was another ulcerated tree spirit here. And I can't remember if one spawned for me, but... And then my favorite enemies were the Red Knights, the Red Fire Knights. I thought they were just incredible. Oh, well, let's see if this ulcerated tree spirit spawns. Yo, let me get my weapon in case... Let's see. A lady, and then last but not least is my katana. I have frost on it right now. Yeah. So I might have killed two and I didn't realize it, but I love this area. I thought it was incredible. And then none of those red ladies are around, but those red knights were my favorite enemies. As annoying as they are, but their design just absolutely incredible. Really challenging to fight, like, jeez. Like, I'm trying to go find one right now. And... yeah, here's one. Look at their model is so cool. It's this cape, and the cape reminds me of what's his name's armor? Bernal. But yeah, this area was so good. And then Belgorod was... You know what's funny? I bet this place wouldn't have been my favorite if it wasn't the music. Like, the music in this castle, I mean, this tower settlement area, I think is what really did it for me. It just... It's just so... It's so good. Favorite Ash of War from DLC? 100% this. And then the Great Katana was my favorite weapon. It was the most versatile. And it has this amazing jump attack. But they did a really good, amazing job with the tower settlement. And I think this music, something similar to this music would have been good in Farum Azula, but... Oh, you. I was like, what's making sounds? Okay. Okay, and then... Incantations. Favorite incantation? Oh my gosh. One thing I'll say is the glintstone sorceries were lacking. I just didn't find that many. And I'm not, I feel like that would have been a thing, you know? This. So good. And then and this one. Where is it? The Ring of Light. This thing, of course. Like, it's so anime. You know, I don't know how else to say it. No, not even anime, like superhero. And then this one. This one, just because of how useful it came in. So many enemies, like, just got absolutely decimated by that. And then, this, jungle area was my least favorite. Just because my aesthetic favors a darker kind of thing, especially when I'm using swords and all that stuff. But it was just too confusing for me. I mean, that's a me problem. That's not a game problem. And then that's it as far as the map goes. Like, each area wasn't that challenging for me anyway. But my favorite part of these games is to go around and kill the enemies one at a time. Explore the areas, like the beautiful worlds. Like, that's my #1 thing. And this game delivered. Like, every area's atmosphere, I just felt like I could be in it for hours and hours and hours. Because even after the recording, after I went through an area, a lot of times off recording, I would just go back to the area and, like, look around, see what wildlife was there, and so on and so forth. But oh yeah, I really liked this area. It was pretty good. This area wasn't my favorite. The Abysmal Woods. And I think the reason why is the enemies that were there were just like rats and stuff. I don't know, there was just so many rats. And this guy. I didn't mind this guy. It was kind of like a gimmick, but this area is beautifully built, but it just wasn't my favorite. Like, you can't use turret, which I get why, but it had I'm not sure. I don't know what it was about it, but I guess that's it. I don't know what else. It's hard. I can go over my complaints, but my complaints are pretty much the same across the board. Like, I would have liked it more if the the bosses in particular, leaned more to being more cinematic rather than really fast. Like, I really like the cinematic kind of bosses because I can take in their movesets, I can watch, you know, the drama, all of that. Like, the big thing that was missing for a lot of the attacks, like, for example, R'Lana. Comparing R'Lana to Renala, it made sense that she was super fast, and it's because she was a swordswoman and all of that. But I would have enjoyed it if she had more of a Millennia kind of animation where, like, every now and then Millennia will, like, pirouette away really far away from you really fast. And I thought it would have been really cool if R'Lana did that, because you could watch the animation, like, she steps far away from you so you can see her character model better. And then maybe, like, she would run over here and then spawn her glint blades. And then spawn her glint blades, like, a little more. And then you'd just be able to see the animation better. But the one thing that I'm actually really surprised about is that Glintblade Phalanx move where she summons the giant Glintblade over her head, slashes down, pauses, and then does a full 180 with it. I can't believe we couldn't get that spell. Like, I would have rather gotten that than the double full moon. Because the double full moon got so hacky. They made it so generic, where the moons go up and then smash to the ground, and then your character flies down. I don't know. I just felt, got rid of a lot of the drama for me, but whatever. But the movesets of the bosses, I just think they were too fast. That's it. And then it was too fast. I wish there was, the difficulty was perfect though. Like how difficult they were was really good. I enjoyed that. But I didn't enjoy how fast they were. I wish they had slower movesets at times so I could see more of the drama, you know? And the biggest comparison I have is Elden Beast. So every now and then Elden Beast would fly in the air and do the Elden Ring attack and then like nuke a huge area of the ground. And you saw it and you could witness it, him going up, and it was so dramatic and all of that. I loved that. I thought it would have been cooler if Radon did something like that rather than what he did, because what they did to make it harder is they just made it a lot harder to dodge it. Whereas the Elden Beast one is pretty easy to dodge. Like you can just run out of it if you jump through those rings, but I already went over my favorite NPCs, but I really liked the ending area as hard as it was. This area. Oh, it's the Gate of Divinity. So Gate of the Divine. So that tells us, yeah, he was godhood. Like he goes to, if you can use the Gate of Divine, I guess that's like God's only, right? Oh, Ern Ilem, this area. This area I really loved. I thought it was amazing. I had a really good go of it. I was able to get through it pretty easily, and I could see it being an absolute nightmare for people. But I don't know, in general, I just kind of flew through it. I didn't fly through it, but I don't know. It only took me like maybe an hour or so. But you just can't beat it. Like, it's just... I wish it had the Belgorod music, but... You really feel like you're going up to something divine or, like, godly. But the last thing I'll say, though, about DLC is... I just don't think... Look at that guy running. Is he running after me? The enemy over there was running. Is he over here? He's confused. Okay. But I really think that the DLC should have been its own game. I think this was too big for a DLC, which is the best complaint to have, like getting too much game. But I just think they should have released this as its own game. It has its own personality, its own vibe, everything. It doesn't feel like, honestly, it didn't feel like a continuation of Elden Ring. It really did feel like its own game. Like, honestly, if they didn't even name this Elden Ring and they just named it Shadow of the ERDTREE, and that was the name of the title, and then they released it, that would have been it. Like, I would have been like, great. So, like, playing Shadow of the ERDTREE, I don't know, I think this could have been its own game. And then maybe build on top of this, but I didn't feel connected to this at all. Like the base game, when I got here. And I actually think it was meant to be its own game, if I'm being completely honest. I think this was really supposed to be Elden Ring 2. So Elden Ring Shadow of the ERDTREE was going to be released as its own title, I'm saying. And I think they really they said, okay, we want to work on other stuff, so we're just going to release this as a DLC and call it a day. That's my theory. But, well, I'm going to end the DLC here. I still give it a 10. I thought it was amazing. Great journey, but thanks to anybody who watched. And be safe out there. But adios, be well. Don't take life too seriously.
Hey!
And I'll see you in the next one.